Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. In today's tutorial I want to show us the easiest way to make a perfect palazzo trouser with a waistband. If this is the kind of tutorial you want to watch, please stick around, give this video a thumbs up and drop your comment. Guys, before we start, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please help me subscribe as subscription is free. Once you do that, let's go. So guys, the first thing you want to do is to mark out a line just like this as your waist point. Okay, so from here now you are going to measure down to the length of your trouser, but then instead of placing the tape on the tip, okay, you're going to extend it to at 1.5 inch mark. This is because you are going to put band on this trouser that will serve as your waistband. That 1.5 you're extending. Okay, so from that mark now, just place it on the 1.5 inch mark and then take the length of your trouser. That means you are removing 1.5 for the band. Okay, that was what I did. So now the next thing I want to mark is my crotch depth. How do you get your crotch depth? Your crotch depth is your hip measurement divided by 4. Mine is 40 divided by 4. That will give me 10 inches and I just marked it. So now I will rule a line just like this. Okay, just remember you're not removing anything for the crotch depth. Okay, you're not minusing anything. Just go ahead and input whatever your hip circumference gives you when you divide it by 4. Just put it there. That will give you your crotch depth. So now what I'm doing here now, I want my sewing allowance to be 2 inches. So I just marked it from there. From that folded area, I've just marked 2 inches. That will serve as my sewing allowance. So from there, I will now mark my hip circumference divided by 4, and that will give me 10 inches as well. Mind you are placing the tape from the place that you marked your 2 inches sewing allowance. Then after that, I will just extend the line to the waistline. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is to get my crotch extension. Crotch extension for front side is gotten by hip circumference measurement divided by 20, and mine is 40 by 20 will give me 2 inches. So from this point I'll just mark 2 inches. Okay, and that will serve as my crotch extension for the front. Remember, crotch extension for your front is your hip circumference measurement divided by 20. Mine is 4 by 20 and that gave me 2 inches. I just marked it there. Okay, then just curve it just like I did. So you can see what I did there. Just make sure everything you marked is equal. Okay, now from that 2 inches point you are going to place your tape there till the crotch extension, and then you get your midpoint. When you get your midpoint, just like I'm doing so, just mark it. Then from there you are going to rule it down all the way to your hem area. You can see what I'm doing. Place your tape from the 2 inches point that you marked for your sewing allowance, then till the crotch extension, whatever it gives you, divide it by 2 to get the midpoint. Then from there rule the line all the way to the hem area. When you do so, from that line you're also going to determine the midpoint of that new line that you just ruled. Okay, determine the midpoint just like I'm doing so. After that, from that point just come up by 2 inches and mark it there. This will serve as your knee point. Okay, this is to get your knee point if you don't want to go ahead and start measuring it on your body. Then after that, here you are going to input your knee circumference divided by 4. This is actually how wide you want your knee area to be. Mine is 20 inches by 4 will give me 5 inches. Then from that middle point you are going to mark 5 inches at the left and 5 inches at the right, just like I'm doing so. See what I'm doing? Just make sure everything is equal. From that midpoint, 5 inches the other side and 5 inches the other side. And when you are done, from that point, just mark your 2 inches sewing allowance. You see what I'm doing here? This is 2 inches sewing allowance. Make sure everything is equal so that one side is not bigger than the other. And that is it. So now go ahead and connect the line from this point to the hem side. Then connect it to the crotch depth and then to the waistline, and that is it. When you are done, you go ahead and cut it out. So guys, the next thing to do is to cut the back area. Okay, fold your fabric into two. You are going to arrange it and make sure it's in place. Okay, then place your front side on it and arrange it very well. The first thing is to mark the crotch extension for the back, and the crotch extension for the back is gotten by your hip circumference divided by 10. Mine is 40 by 10, and that will give me 4 inches, and I'm just marking it from that point. Okay, from that point just mark 4 inches, then extend the line. When you do so on this hip area as well, you're going to come up by 1.5 inches. You can come up by 2 inches or 2.5 depending on how big the person's back is, and then extend it back to the waistline. Okay, then curve it this way to get the new crotch extension for the back. Then when you are done with that, from this knee point you are going to mark 1.5 inches. Okay, just mark 1.5 inches this way. On the hem side as well, you are going to mark 1.5 inches as well. Then connect the lines and go ahead and cut it out. So if you want to put pockets on this trouser, from this upside you're going to come down by 1.5 inches. Okay, just mark it there and then notch it a little, just to know the point where you'll be placing your pocket. Okay, just notch it this way and that's all. So now let's separate the front side from the back side, so we'll start the stitching. Okay, when we are done with that, this front area, you are going to stitch the crotch area first. So from here, stitch down to this crotch extension by 1/2 inch, and back side as well, stitch from here with 1/2 inch all the way to the crotch extension. So I'm done stitching the crotch extension areas. Okay, so place your fabric like this, the first one right side facing up, and then place the second one the right side facing down, that is right side facing right side. Okay, go ahead and arrange the crotch area just like this. Make sure the line is arranged together. You can use something and hold it if you want. Then from this point you're going to stitch down with 1 inch. Remember, you put 2 inches sewing allowance, stitch with 1 inch. Okay, all the way down to the hem area. When you're done with that side, this side as well, you're going to stitch from this point all the way down. So guys, I'm done stitching it. This is what I have here. Okay, you can see how neat it's looking. So the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and place my pocket. If you want to watch a detailed video on how to place your pocket, okay, I have a video that explains that on my channel. But to place this pocket is actually very easy. Just fold your fabric to cut your pocket just this way. Place your hand like this and trace it out, then go ahead and cut it out just the shape of your hand. Okay, you can cut it any style you want. Then from that point that we notched, from that 1.5 inch that we measured, okay, you're going to place it this way. Then when you place it, use something and hold it and stitch with 1/2 inch. This side as well, place the second one just this way and stitch as well. You're going to do this both for front and back. Remember, you're stitching with 1/2 inch, so I'll quickly go over to sewing machine and do that. So guys, I'm done stitching this and this is what I have. So now you're going to arrange it this way. So from this point, you're going to leave this side open, this extreme side. Just stitch from here, the pocket area, stitch it all round. Just leave this side open. Okay, this is where we'll place our band from. Just stitch it round, and then when you come here, stitch with 1 inch all the way down. This side as well, you're going to stitch from here, then stitch around the pocket. Okay, just stitch around the pocket with 1/2 inch, then get here and stitch all the way down. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and hem the down part. Okay, So guys, I'm done stitching everything that needs to be stitched. Okay, next thing now is to work on our band. Now I'm going to measure this waistline to know the length of my waist here, what I have here. Then I'll use it to cut out my band. After measuring it, whatever I have here, I'm going to use it to cut out the band we are going to be placing on this waist area. Okay, so I'm done measuring it. I'll go ahead now and cut it out with the exact length of the waist. Okay, so I have cut out this band. So now the width of this band is about 4 inches. Remember, we removed 1.5 inches for our waistband, so now it's 4 inches. When I fold it into two, it's going to give me 2 inches. Okay, when you fold it into two this way, it's going to give me 2 inches. Then I'll stitch with ½ inch, remaining 1.5 inches for the band that we remove. You can stitch it all the way down before placing it on your trouser, or you go ahead and place it just like that. If you want it to be in place, just go ahead and stitch it all the way down. But if not, just fold it into two and bring your trouser this way. So from that opening that we left, okay, this is why we left this little opening. You are going to place it this way on the right side. Just watch what I'm doing. When you fold it into two this way, just fold it on the right side. Okay, place it on the right side of this trouser. Okay, just like what I'm doing. You're just going to go ahead and stitch with ½ inch. Stitch with ½ inch. When you're done, just turn it and iron it just this way. So guys, I'm done stitching it and you can see how neat it's looking. Okay, now the next thing is to place my elastic band from this opening. So to know the length of elastic band that you want to cut, you're going to put your tape just like this and then place your elastic band on it. Just stretch it to get to your hip circumference. My hip circumference is 40, so I'm just going to place it this way till I get to that 40. Then go ahead and add about 1.5 inches. Okay, and then cut it out. When you do that, you're going to fix it through this opening. Just make sure it's not bending. Okay, arrange it very well, then place it from this opening to come out to the other side, just like I'm doing so. When you are done, go ahead and stitch both the end of the elastic band so it doesn't cut. Just stitch it this way. Okay, just go ahead and stitch the two ends. So guys, I'm done stitching it and this is how neat it's looking. It's very fine. I'm going to run another stitch round the center so the elastic band will stay in place. When you are stitching it, you have to keep dragging it so you don't have any fold there. And that is all for this tutorial, guys. If you watched to this end, you are the real VIP. Thank you very much for sticking around. Help me like this video, drop a comment, and also help me to subscribe. If you have not watched the tutorial video for the top, the video is up on my channel. Go ahead and watch it. It's a very short video and very easy to sew. Okay, see you next time when I post another video. Remember to turn on your notification button so whenever I post a video, you get notified. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time. Bye.